Hey, thought I would record another one, share some things that I've been mulling over. I want to talk today a little bit about family. Family can be difficult to wrap your head around and understand. Family can be an incredible thing, an incredible blessing. You could have a family that just is the best thing ever and have no complaints at all. I know I do. It, it can be an incredible blessing. In Genesis 12:2, God promised Abraham that he would give him a family that would be so big it would become a great nation. Abraham was confused by that because he was 75 at the time and childless, but he still promised him that, and that family was to be a blessing for him in generations to come. They can make your life better. They can be there for you when you're sick. They can be there for you when you're in need. They can bless you with food. They can bless you in so many ways. They can be nice people that just give you a warm feeling of joy and like you've been taken care of. Family is awesome, but family can also not be awesome. They can hurt you from time to time. Whether you have a great family, occasionally situations will arise where your family hurts you. Or you could be somebody who has a terrible family. There are people that I've run into in my life that have parents that abandon them and then they get an adopted family. Or there are parents that have treated them like they didn't, like they were a second class citizen. Every turn, they were just getting slighted by their family. It's like they weren't wanted. I've had people who've had family who abused them physically and emotionally their entire lives. They've had family who've just done some horrible things to them. Just a second ago, I talked about Abraham and his family that was going to be a blessing for him. In Genesis 37, Abraham's great grandson, Jacob, was having kids, and he had 12 kids. Or, no, that was his grandson. His great grandson, Joseph, was one of 12 brothers. And those brothers did not like Joseph. In fact, they hated Joseph, and they wanted to kill Joseph, their brother. One day they plotted, and it was time for them to kill him. They threw him into an empty well, and they changed their mind and decided instead of him dying, they were going to sell him. Instead of killing him, they were going to sell him to a caravan that was coming by. And that caravan took him in slavery, took him to Egypt, and sold him to Potiphar. That's horrible family. I can't imagine having a family that first wanted to kill me and then, oh, they were going to be nice and sell me as slave instead of killing me. So family can do some messed up stuff. I It took me a while to understand this because I've been blessed with a great family, but there are so many people that don't have that. But you can't choose your family. God chooses which family he puts you in. He chooses the time that you're in that family. We can choose our spouse and we can choose our friends. When you choose your spouse or your friends, you have to decide if they're healthy for you. Are they helping you? Are they good for you in your life? Or are they unhealthy? In the book of Job, his family was killed. All those people that he didn't get to choose but where he was blessed with as a family, they were killed. And he had left his spouse and his friends. When he was struggling after his family was killed and all of his stuff was taken from him, they weren't healthy for him. They were the opposite of healthy. They kept giving him advice, but it wasn't helping him. He needed to choose better friends. Sometimes it's not our family or our friends that's best suited to help us. Sometimes, like in 1 Kings 17, Elijah had just told Ahab that there was going to be a huge drought and famine in the land. And then God told him to go and hide in the wilderness. And Elijah was in need. He needed somebody to help him. And he had to rely on ravens to bring him food twice a day. God sent those ravens to him. So he couldn't rely on family and he couldn't rely on friends. He had to have ravens bring him food. Maybe you're hurting. Maybe you find yourself really struggling right now. And maybe your friends just aren't helpful. Maybe your spouse isn't helpful. Maybe your family isn't helpful. God will send you a raven to meet your needs when you need them. It could be a friend that you haven't seen in years show up unexpectedly and meet your need, call you out of the blue and say, "Hey, what's going on? How are you?" And then they meet every need that you've got right then. Could be somebody that you thought didn't like you, that out of the blue, they have what you need and they're willing to bless you with it. They're willing to give it to you to meet your needs. It could be a stranger on YouTube. It could be me. If you're struggling and you need help and your family and your friends and your spouse aren't helping, DM me. I'll listen. I'll give you some advice if you ask for advice, or I'll just listen if that's all you need. I'll be there for you. God will send a raven. It could be me. It could be somebody that you aren't expecting, but keep your eyes open. God always provides a raven. He always provides a family. He always gives you the opportunity to make friends. See how you can be helped. Remember Ecclesiastes 4:9. It's not good to be alone. Two are better than one. They have a better return on their investment. If one falls down, the other one can help them up. Remember that. It's not good to do this alone. You need somebody when you're struggling. Look for that raven. Look to your family. Look to your friends. Figure out where that need's going to be met and reach out. Don't be ashamed to need help. Everybody needs help sometimes. Find that help. Don't do it alone.